Hello everyone, hope you're all doing good. So today here we discuss the grade 10 maths. So you can find all the lessons on aplusstudent.com by using your email and the passwords that are provided by the administrators. You just go to the website and then move to the grade 10, click on it, and then there are a lot of lessons and the chapters related to the grade 10 maths. So today we discuss the quadratic equations. This is the name of the chapter, and here the name of the lessons. These are solve a quadratic equation using a quadratic formula. Solve a quadratic equation by completing the squares and system of linear and quadratic equations. All right. So the first today, let me open. So this is the quadratic equation, grade 10 maths. Okay. And here is our lesson. So this is our quadratic formula. This We are using solving this equation by using the quadratic formula. Okay, 2w square minus 5w minus 3. Let's write a question here. Minus 5w minus 3. First of all, let me tell you what is the quadratic formula, and let's write it down. Quadratic formula. So here is your quadratic formula. First of all, let me tell you what is the quadratic equation. Okay, so let's write a quadratic equation. So quadratic equation works in the form of this way: ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, that is equals to 0. This a, b, and c is your unknown numbers. Okay, and like your known numbers, like for example 2, 3, 4 up to so on, and x is unknown. And remember one thing, a should never be 0. Okay, so this is the quadratic formula. So the quadratic formula basically ax square plus bx plus c, where a, b, c are your coefficients, and basically x is the variable. Okay, let's write an quadratic equation. This is the quadratic equation. Now let's write the quadratic formula. So the quadratic formula is x is equals to minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac over 2a. This one. This is quadratic equation. This is your quadratic formula. Got it? Look at here. Here we are using all our a, b, c. A is always with the x square, b is always with the x, and c is always a constant. Okay. So now here is the question: 2w square. This is a square term, single term, and here is constant. So what is a here? So the a is 2. What is b here? That is negative 5, because you also put the sign with it. Okay. And what is c? That is negative 3. Okay, let's put the values in it and then we're going to finding it out the answer. So x as it is, minus as it is. What is b? This is minus 5. Then plus minus b square, it means minus 5 square. Then minus 4. What is a? Which is 2. What is c? Which is negative 3. Over 2 into a is 2. Okay, alright. Now let's finding. Minus minus is plus. So plus minus. Negative square is positive, 5 square is 25. Here is negative, here is negative. This become plus. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 3 is 24. Over 2 times 2 is 4. Then x is equals to 5 plus minus 25 plus 24 is 49 over 4. Now, what is the square root of 49? 7 square, because 7 times 7 is 49. Okay, so this is 4 here. Now x is equals to 5 plus minus, this should be cancelled, 7 over 4. Now here are the two signs, plus and minus. First we write the x with the plus 7 by 4. Then we write the x with the negative 7 over 4. Okay, now let's find the answer both of it. X is equals to 7 plus 5 is 12 over 4, and 4 times 3 is 12. So 3 is the answer of first one. Now 5 minus 7 over 4. So x is equals to minus 2 over 4. So 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4. This is minus 1 by 2. So what is your solution set? X is equals to 3 and minus 1 by 2. This is your answers. Let's check 3 and minus 1 by 2. Okay? Understand? In this way, we are going to solve the quadratic equation by using the quadratic formula. Let's solve one more questions. Same related that one, then we're going to the test. Okay? Now let's do it. This is the question 2t square plus t minus 1. 2t square plus t minus 1. Let me check for one time. Okay. So first of all, tell me what is A here, what is B here, and what is C here. Now you guys tell me. Just think about it. Then I will write it. So your A is first one with the square one, and B, that means it's 1. And what is C? Negative 1. Now let's take a formula. Okay. What is B? That is 1. B square is 1 square minus 4A into C. I'll just put out the values in it. 2 into a. Okay, a is 2, that's why I just put it. Now minus 1 plus minus 1 minus minus is plus, 4 times 2 is 8. Oh, 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, x is equals to minus 1 plus minus 1 plus 8 is 9 over 4. What is the square root of 9? It's 3 square. Like, it's, I just put it cube here, sorry. 3 times 3 is 9. So there is 3 square. So this should be 3. Okay. So x is equals to minus 1 plus minus 3 over 4. Now you guys think about it. How can we convert this one? Minus 1 plus 3 by 4. So x is equals to minus 1 plus 3 by 4. X is equals to minus 1 minus 3 by 4. Okay. So what's the answer for that? X is equals to minus 1 plus 3 is 2 by 4. 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4. So this is half. And x is equals to minus 4 over 4. Cancelling out, this is only minus 1. So 1 by 2 and minus 1. This is your solution set of x. These are the values of x. Understand? Okay, let's do one more question. Yeah, let's do this one. 5u square plus 8u minus 7. So, what is a? This is 5. B, that is 8. C, that is negative 7. Okay. Now, what's your basically the formula? Let's write it. Minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac over 2a. Putting the values, minus 8 plus minus 8 square minus 4 into a and c over 2 into a. So x is equals to minus 8 plus minus 64, minus minus becomes plus, 4 times 5 is 20, 20 times 7 is mm, that is 4 times 5 is basically 20, and now you can just multiply 20 with 7, 140 over 10. Now minus 8 plus minus adding up over 10. Is there any square root of 780? Let's just checking out. I am adding in a wrong way. It's not like that way. Just adding 140 and 64 for 204. Okay. Now there is any square root of 204? No, there is no square root of 204. So how can we solve it? X is equals to minus 8 plus minus 204 over 10. Split it into the plus 1 and negative 1. Minus 8 plus over 10. Minus 8 minus 204 over 10. Minus 8 plus 204 over 10 minus 8 minus 204 over 10. So just using your calculator and then finding it out the answers. In this way we can finding it out the answer is in the form of points. Okay, these kinds of questions related to that one. So this is the quadratic formula, and here is the quadratic equations that we have done. Okay, this is the quadratic equation. I'm going to repeat this one. This is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c, where your a, b, c are the coefficients, like are the non-numbers, like sometime it's maybe 1, 2, 3 up to so on. And for the x, this is just a replacement of t, any basically alphabet you are using, and these are unknown. Okay, and then for the quadratic equation, when we write it down, this is minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac square root over 2a. These a, b, c are the coefficient that we are getting from the quadratic equation. Put it in the formula and then finding it out the values of x. Got it? This is basically the thing that we have done in the quadratic equation and quadratic formula. Okay, let's do next lesson. Hope you guys understand this one. Solve a quadratic equation by completing the square. This is, you can say that, a bit how difficult, not difficult, like a bit how change. Like these are all the steps, one by one we follow the steps and then we are going to solve it, the questions. Okay, let me write a question here firstly. So let me just write a question that is x square plus 30x plus 43, then we follow these steps. Okay, so let me just write a question. This is x square minus 30x plus 43. So the question is x square minus 30x plus 43. This is equals to 0. Finding by using completing square root. What are the steps? Firstly, what we do, we are just going to make sure left side of the equations just looking, we are just putting x square as a single, not like for example if there is some numbers which are multiplied with the x squares, like sometimes it's maybe in the form of 4, 5, any number, any number which are going to multiply with the x square, that we separate. How can we separate if we are dividing the full equation? We just firstly finding it out the first step, just like x square plus bx. B is basically some constant, and with the x term there is constant existable. Okay, then we are multiplying on both sides with 2 whole square. We are adding both sides. Then we factorize the left side, then we are taking the square root, and finally we're finding it out the answer. Just like for example, here is the question. First we make the equation, it's in the form of first step. It's in the form of x square plus bx. Is it x square plus bx? Yes. How can we make it x square minus 30x plus 43, which is equals to 0? But it's not here, so we can put it x square minus 30x, which is equals to 43. Now it's in the form of x square plus bx. Okay, and when the 43 is moves, it becomes negative. Understand? Now what we do, we are going to multiply step 2. Let's write the step 2. We are adding b by 2 whole square to both sides. Okay, let's get add. What is b here? First check it out. What is a, what is b? A is 1, b is minus 30, c is 43. First step, b square, x square plus bx, we make it. Second step is b by 2 whole square, we are adding. What is b? That is minus 30. So if your b is minus 30, so what is b square? B by 2 whole square. This is minus 30 by 2 whole square. Okay. So what's the answer? 2 times 15. There is minus 15 whole square. Square of minus is plus and square of 15 is 225. Let's add both side of 225. So x square minus 30x plus 225 is equals to minus 43 plus 225. Okay. Now we factorize the left side. Factorize. What's the other step? It's factorize. Factorize the left side. Let's factorize it. This is a square minus 30x plus 25. How can we factorize it? What it becomes? It's like x square minus 30x plus 225. A square minus 2a. What is the square of 225? It's 15 and it's 15. What's the formula? It's the formula of x minus 15 whole square. So just putting in place of this is x minus 15 whole square. And then in place of minus 43 plus 25, when we are subtracting out, so we are getting the answer 182. Taking square root on both sides. Next step, taking square root on both sides. This should be cancelled with the square. Here it's only left x minus 50. But for that side, when we are using the calculator, finding it out, let's check it out. Square root 182. It's on like square root 182. It's not like that. Let me write it down by using calculator. So we can finding it out the answer 13.49. First put 13.49 with the plus sign, then going to put 13.49 with the negative sign. Okay, when you are putting with the negative sign, this 15 is moving here, it's become plus 15, then plus 13.49. So x is equals to, when you are getting added, so you can get the answer 28.49. Now in that side, x is equals to 15 minus 13.49. So here you can get the answer 1.51. These are the two values of x. And in this way, we can also finding it out the basically finding by using the square root formula. This is the square root thing. Okay, let's solve one more question, then you are more able to clear. Let So here is the question: g square minus 26g plus 29. First we are making all the same things, all the same method. We are just making first one x square x, then we are taking the square root on, no, not taking, just b by 2 whole square, adding both side, then making the formula, and then taking the square root. Okay, let's write a question: g square minus 6g plus 29. Okay, so what we do, first of all, we make the left side of the equation looks like x square plus bx. So this is x square, this is bx. Okay, so we make it x square plus bx, which is equals to minus 29. Okay, what is a here? That is 1. What is b here? That is minus 26. Now we are going to make, which step we are going to take now? We are going to make b by 2 whole square. So this is minus 26 over 2 whole square, and 13 times 13 is, we are taking 169. Okay, adding both sides. Let's add it. G square minus 26g plus 169, which is equals to minus 29 plus 169. Okay, now Subtracting, what's the answer? It's not minus sign. Greatest number with negative sign. Okay. Make formula on that side. It's a square minus 2ab plus b square. So what's the formula? G minus 13 whole square. Here is 140. Now just taking the square root on both sides. This should be cancelled. And as we know that the square root of 140 is, it's again the points number. Okay. Separate out by using plus sign. Separate out by using negative sign. So what's the answer? This should be 24.83. So it's only 1.17. Greatest number is negative sign, not negative positive sign. 13 is the greatest number. So these are the two values of g by using the square root method. Okay, let's revise this method and then we will move forward. If you have a question equation, if you have a question equation like that way, so what is the first step that you will take? First of all, as we know, like basically we are just going to make the equation, we just see the equation. Like if the equation is in the form of only x square plus bx, then it's all right. Okay, but otherwise, if the equation like in the form of, for example, if I'm going to write down, for example, like if there is some number which is multiply with the x, like in the first term with the square term, like it's maybe in the form of x square, s square, any number, then we are separating out. Okay, and to make this equation equals to x square plus bx. Now when once this equation becomes equals to the x square plus bx, then we just see the value of b. Like what is value of b here? If we're finding it out the value of b, then what we do for that, we are just going to divide with 2 and then taking the square of 2, this value b, like b by 2 whole square. When we're finding it out the thing, and then we are adding on both sides. Okay, after adding on both sides, one side becomes the formula, like the formula of a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square. Okay, and now in the next side and in the next step, so and in the next step we are just going to take the square root on both sides and just finding it out the values of x. This is all about the square root. So this is the completing square method. Okay, hope you guys are one. Let's do the next one. So which lesson? Let me see. So the last lesson, system of linears and quadratics. Solve the system of equations. These are the system of equations. Okay. Two values of y is given. And what we do for that? We're just going to make the equal and then finding it out the value. Okay. Like for example, let me write here a question. Y is equals to minus 50x so y is equals to minus 50x plus 90 and y is equals to x square minus 37x minus 29. So how can we finding it out the system of equations? Just we are just being noticed that x square in the form of the parabola but y square terms. So y is equals to minus 50x plus 19 into a parabolic equation and then we solve it out like this way. In place of this y just putting it minus 50x plus 19 that is equals to x square minus 37x minus 29. Okay, then just moving this x square from the right side, or you can say that moving all these terms on this side. So after subtraction, what's the answer? It's 48. Okay, like this one. Now to factorize it, how to factorize? To make the factors, let's check is what's the answer for that. No, it's wrong. Here it's not the sign. I think so. Here the mistake with the signs. Okay, let's make a factor for that. Okay, we're just going to make the factors and then we are finding it out the values. All right. If this is the thing, then what we do for that? We're just going to make the factors. So here are the two factors by using the factorization. So what is value of x? This is 3, and what is value of x? This is minus 16. Now we are going to put this value of 3 and this value of 16 in the first equation. Okay, so your y is equals to minus 50x 19 minus 50 into 3 plus 19. minus 150 plus 19, because first we put 3, minus 131. This is the answer of first one. Now let's put the other, which is minus 16. So y is equals to, and your x is minus 16 plus 19. Multiply minus 50 with minus 16, this becomes 800, and plus 19. So y is equals to 890. This is the second value of y. Got it? When you are putting the three, these are the solution sets for that. 3, when you are putting 3, what's value of y? With 131. When you are putting minus 16, then you are putting 800. Sorry, 819. 890. These are the two values of y, and this is basically the solution set of this parabola equation. Okay, in this way we are going to finding it out. That's it. It's just a simple thing. Two values of y is given. You're putting you are just placing one value in place of this y, finding out the two values and then put it in the first equation. That's it. And the four values, these are all the solutions. In each question you are doing the same thing. Okay, all right. Now hope you guys understand all the lessons that which we today discussed, and if you still need any help in any of the questions, then you can contact on the tutors that are available on the Skype Monday to Friday 5 to 9 p.m. And you guys make sure before starting the next session, you guys can practice all these questions and go through all the lessons. Okay, for now, have a good day, you all. Bye.